In this session, we will look at part 3 in the 3-part series on online course design. And in this particular session, we will be reviewing the MUELE onlinization template. This is the way that a course that we upload in MUELE should look like. This is what we advocate for our courses in MUELE. So this is the kind of template that we use. So I'll be taking us through this template for uploading courses into the MUELE, the Makerere University e-learning environment. And I will also show an example of a course in MUELE that is designed in this format that we will be reviewing right now. So as you can see, this is our MUELE onlinization template. And we're saying, how do we want our courses to look in MUELE, to be set up in MUELE? We need to have a format that we can all relate to, a format that communicates, a format within which the instructor or the facilitator is speaking to the learner or is speaking to the consumer or the user of that course. So in our courses, we say that the first part, there could be a course announcement, there could be a general discussion. A course announcement is where you communicate notices to your students, in the course. So there should be a section, set up for that, so that the student knows if there's any communication, this is where I can find it. And then the general discussion forum, that is a place that you allow the students to familiarize with each other, to get to know each other well, to talk to each other, to get feedback from one another, a place where the students can ask questions. That's the general discussions forum. Then we normally have the section for the welcome message. When you're working with an online course, it's important to welcome your students to the course. So it would go something like, hello participants, welcome to this course. The main objective of this course is to, and then you briefly state the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that the participants will gain or develop from the course. Then you can also state the instructor's role in the course, then the learner's role, what's expected of the learner, and also state the type of course, maybe blended with online activities and face-to-face sessions, or it's fully online without any face-to-face sessions. That needs to come out clearly in the welcome message. On the other part of the welcome section of your course, you need to upload your photo as the instructor in the course, and then your name and your role in the course, and sometimes you can add your contact, maybe the phone contact or the email, so that the students can contact you. And if there are 2 or more, each of the facilitators or instructors needs to have a space where their photo, their name, and their role in the course and their contact is added. So that's the welcome section of the course. And then the next section in the MUELE course would have these 4 aspects here. You need to add the course overview, a brief statement that explains what the course is all about to the students and the learning outcomes, the overarching learning outcomes for the course. And you can normally do that using a tool that you feel is appropriate to you within the learning management system. For example, you could use a page, you could use a lesson, or you could just add it on that very page, in that very space in the section. Then you need to add the topics that are to be covered, or the indicative content, just a listing of them, a list of the topics that should be covered in each topic. And then you could add a frequently asked questions section, that specifically may help the learner. If there are any questions you think that are frequently asked in that course, you could have a section like that. Then also add a statement informing participants that details of the course or topics can be accessed just below. As we mentioned in part 1 of our online course design process, we said in an online course, written instructions must be added meticulously and with necessary, detail. Everything that you want the students to know and do should be written down. So if you're saying the participants will find the details of the course at the bottom, you need to have it written down so that they know where to move from one section to the next. Navigation should be easy in an online course. Then you need to have a section for the resources and the tools that are useful for the learners or the students in that course. So you can upload all those resources in that section. Create a particular section called resources and tools. You can add articles, books, links to articles, outlines, and other tools that are required for your course. You can upload them in the resources and tools section. Then now in the next sections, you'll be looking at developing the details for each unit. As I said, you could call it a unit, you could call it a topic, you could call it a module, just a way of, separating the content within your course. So the first unit that you may have in your course, in your topic rather, in your module, you see what we call unit 0. And unit 0 is usually a unit where you have resources for the students and time for the students to familiarize with the elements of the virtual learning environment, where they can introduce themselves, where they can get to know the course expectations. So that should be clear. They can describe themselves, they can share photos of themselves, what they do, their experiences, as far as the course is concerned. So that's what should happen in unit 0. And for each unit, not only unit 0, each unit must describe the learning outcomes for each of those units and directions and guidance to where the materials for that unit should be found are all added in that section, including the activities. The tasks and activities that the students complete for each unit are also added there. After unit 0, you will normally have unit 1. So for each unit, you will say unit 1 and then add the title. Unit 2, and then you add the title there. So for the subsequent units after unit 0, you create them also using appropriate tools. Sometimes we use a tool called a lesson to add content, activity. Sometimes we use a page, sometimes we use a book. It's up to the discretion of the instructor to select which particular tool would be appropriate for them within that course. But the unit should contain the following contents in its pages. Each subsequent unit, it should have the unit learning outcomes. This is important so the student knows what they should achieve by the end of the unit. And each unit should also have a statement constructively aligning that unit to the specific course learning outcomes. For example, we say unit 1 supports overall course learning outcomes 1 and 2. Then each unit should also have a purpose of each activity in the unit. They should know, why am I completing this activity in this unit? There should be a purpose for each activity. Then you have readers like mini lectures. I explained previously that a mini lecture is a brief explanation of certain aspects in the topic by the instructor in written form. So the student reads it and then supplements it with other videos that you will add, like other resources rather, which you add like videos, audios, and other articles that they read to complete the activities in the unit. Then you also need to add for each unit instructions or details for each activity. Those instructions must be clear, they must be available. And you number the activities. If it is unit 1, then the activities are numbered 1.1, 1.2. If it is unit 2, then you number your activities 2.1, 2.2. If it is unit 3, you number your activities 3.1, 3.2, like that. That helps the student to distinguish what activity they are completing, for which unit they are completing an activity. Then the deadlines for completing each activity or submitting deliverables should be clearly stated, within the unit itself, so that the students can work through the course within the time frame that is set, or within a semester, maybe within 4 months or within 1 month, depending on how long your course is. Then you need also for each unit to add the time anticipated for completing the unit activities. Then others as may be found necessary. For example, you may mention discussion forums if you are going to have them in that unit. For the assignment handing links, you should make them available. For the evaluation forms for the units, you should also make those available. So that's what the items that we think should appear for each unit, as I have enumerated them here. So that's for Unit 1. So for Unit 2, Unit 3, and other subsequent units, state the name of the unit, add the title of the unit, and then list all these other items that I have just explained for Unit 1. So each unit must have those to guide the students as they work through the units. And then after you have laid out all the units, maybe you have 12, then you have a section for the course evaluation. So course evaluation forms, quizzes, or forums may be attached or created to solicit feedback from the learners so as to enable course improvement for future offerings. Now, your course evaluation could solicit feedback on learners' achievement of the course learning outcomes, maybe feedback on the adequacy of the time to complete the course, the relevance of the resources that you have given, ease of access to the resources, the participation of the instructor, maybe the challenges that the students have faced with regard to connectivity, and any other pertinent issues that may require feedback from the participants. It's important that you include that in the course evaluation for your course. So in brief, this is the template that we are currently using for designing and uploading our courses into the Makerere University Learning Environment, MUELE. Now, very quickly, I'm going to show you a course that is typically designed in MUELE using this format that we have just reviewed. And this course is Level 101, Research Methodology and Design for Business. And it's designed by the instructors. You can see their photo here. So if you see in this course, it has this part for the announcements, the news forum, and the welcome section is here. Welcome to the course. The main objective of this undergraduate course is to enable you to develop comprehensive research knowledge and skills to enable you identify business-related problems and recommend appropriate solutions. So that's the welcome, and the instructor's photo is there, their name, and their role in the course. They are the module developer. And then the other explanations are given. For the course overview, please click here. For the topics to be covered or indicative content, click here. For answers to frequently asked questions, click here. So when you click for the overview here, it will take you to the page, and you will be able to look up the course overview for that course. So that is the welcome section of the course. Now in this section, they have added the resources and the tools that the students might need to complete that course. There are uploads here of files, PDF, Word documents, frequently asked questions. All of them are added in this resources and tools section of that course. And then you come to Unit 0, which is familiarization with the LMS and spaces for students to introduce themselves and the expectations of the course. So when you come, it states the learning outcome for that unit. And you click the next button here. The activities for that Unit 0 are clearly stated here. And the links to the forums for the students to introduce themselves, the deadlines are here. The groups where the students will be working within are there, and the activity should be complete by that deadline. So that is for Unit 0. Everything is stated there. The summary of the deadlines are also added again at the end of the unit so that the students are clear what they're supposed to do and when they're supposed to do it. Then for Unit 1, which is here, Introduction to Research and the Nature of Research Methodology, everything is also added there. And you can see it's the same for Unit 2, Unit 3, A and B, for all the 8 units. And there's also a course evaluation here, as we mentioned in our template. So for Unit 1, in this particular course, he has added his unit content using a tool that we call lesson. So first, the learning outcomes, and then the activities are there with their deadlines and links. Now for the mini lecture, click there to read it. Mini lecture for that aspect of video. The videos have been added. So this in brief is the way that we use our template to design courses in MUELE.